don't know about you, but I'm tired of Megan Rapinoe. I've had enough of Megan Rapinoe. I got 2 words for Megan Rapinoe. Just STFU. That's all I need. That's it. No more, no less. Megan Rapinoe, I need you to shut up. Sometimes you got to let you know that sometimes you got to. I mean, Megan Rapinoe fired back at Alexi Lalas. This reminds me of when IU players and IU little coaches get mad at me for the honest criticism. Alexi Lalas, legend in the world of soccer, television, pop culture, fired on. And he said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you that these women were unlikable. They were. Anybody that says differently is a fan. That's great. I love it. But to the average person, me, these women, this U.S. women's national team, led by this thing, had absolutely unlikable. And of course, Megan Rapinoe says, well, it's fake. Well, we can't win. She goes victim. She goes absolutely victim on it, and that's fine. That's what women and men and everybody in this world do. We all go victim when somebody says something we don't like. Megan Rapinoe went victim. It's disappointing. Everybody on the right and everybody who was using hateful language and those tropes, it's like they have been waiting since, 2016, 19. They've been waiting for this team to stumble. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're right. But this year was different because, well, frankly, you were unlikable. Really what's happening is that the right wing wants this to be true. They want women to believe they can't fight for things. Oh, we're a victim and be excellent. You can't ask for what you deserve. Oh, and be successful. And then this person tries to throw it in, but the reality is we're doing that. Beyonce's doing that, really? Beyonce taking a knee saying, I'm never, ever, 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 ever singing the national anthem again? Oh, I don't think so. Taylor Swift is doing that. Taylor Swift at concerts taking a knee saying, I'll never, ever, 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 ever sing the national anthem. Coco Gauff, got to throw a couple sisters in there, is doing that. We're still great on the field. We're fighting for equality, and it's better for our bottom line and our sports. Yes, Taylor and Megan are exactly the same. Of course. It's the right wing. It's Fox News. I hope it's OutKick. I hope that it's like, hey, man, look, all right? I got to tell you, it's OutKick. One thing that America does really well is backlash. No, one thing America does really well is stay loyal, Megan. You are not. You make millions because this country allows women in sports to make millions. This country allows homosexual women in sports to make millions. You know how many countries around the world allow this? Not a whole lot. You're allowed here. Now, that sounds like a bad way to put it, but I'm using it on a global scale. A lot of places you're not allowed, but this is a bad place. We're seeing that with the trans argument in sports. Does Alexi know exactly what he's saying? If he was saying stuff that anchors on Fox News are also saying, I would be worried about the cosign. You got to give her credit. She says all the cool kids' language. The cosign. No, I wouldn't be worried about it at all. Who are you going to believe? CNN? Is that what you're going to believe? They haven't even told you that they told you for years, that Hunter Biden's laptop was a fraud, that Hillary didn't bang things up. See, she is so far right, but here's the deal. I'm issuing an official STFU. I'm not talking about you anymore. I'm not listening to you anymore. You're whiny. People want to stand up until they get stood up against. And, of course, you did what every single person that is a fraud does. You bring in other people around you. Here's the bottom line. You stunk. You shouldn't have been out there. You used a system to enhance your wealth, and I got no problem with that. You hate a country, one of the few countries that gives lesbian women the rights to do what you're doing and become a millionaire doing it. Good for you. You stood up for equal pay. Nobody gives a rat's ass about that. What we care about is, you know what? You're representing the United States of America, and you're completely and totally unlikable. We will like people that win. This is true. But when you lose and are totally and completely unlikable and un-American, sometimes you just got to STFU. There is no more unlikable person than whatever this thing is yelling at me right here. Megan Rapinoe fired back at Alexi Lalas. She fired back at Fox News. She fired back at the right because the right is being mean to her. Don't be mean to her. You're being mean. No, here's the deal. Alexi Lalas said it absolutely right. that thing there and the rest of the young ladies that played on the U.S. women's national team had no connection to anyone other than staunch fans of the women's national team. They had no connection. There have been teams that have had a connection. Their team has had a connection. Hell, when Hope Solo was getting drunk, beating the hell out of her boyfriend, crashing cars, I felt a kindred to Hope Solo. I did. When Alex Morgan was young and hot and actually scoring goals and not talking, I felt a kindred to Alex Morgan. But this thing here and the rest of these women became incredibly unlikable. Always complaining about money when, in fact, they didn't earn nearly as much as the men's team. But that's a different story. I'm not going to get into that. But the truth of the matter is, one of her own teammates, one of her own former teammates, Carly Lloyd, called her out. One of her own teammates. Now, you can get mad at the right. You can get mad at Fox News. You can get mad at Alexi Lalas. But I got to tell you, when your own teammate, one of the pioneers of the women's national soccer team and one of the all-time legends, and there are very few in the United States Soccer Federation, Alexi, they call you out, you ought to shut the living hell up and listen. Now, this is the last day I'm talking about Megan Rapinoe, unless she does something idiotic, which would be cool, or unless she does something great, which ain't happening, because Megan Rapinoe is a professional victim. She makes her money. She's the next in line of cap. She's the power lesbian. And the power lesbian cannot be criticized because the power lesbian, unlike many other countries, has no restraints on her. Many countries, the power lesbian doesn't even happen. It's illegal. But here, because of the freedoms with which she gets mad about, the power lesbian couple, she and whatever the name of that girl is that's a basketball player, can walk around and act like they matter. They can be multimillionaires. They can have a voice that doesn't get squashed. In fact, by invoking the right and Fox News, her voice became louder because we all know the far left crazies of the media will pounce on that. I'm proud to work for Fox News. I have my own shtick. I have my own deal. You may not like Fox News. I don't necessarily watch everything. But I got to tell you, I am proud because unlike other places, and certainly here at OutKick, let me just speak for OutKick, not Fox News, we're going to tell you the truth. You're going to get the damn truth. You're going to get the truth from me, from Clay, from Tommy, from Charlie, from Chad, from Jonathan. You're going to get the truth. From Riley Gaines. You're going to get the damn truth. You may not like the truth, but let me put it to you this way. If we're wrong about the truth, I'll be shocked. Now, I get it. You know, I said last year the Colts were going to win 12 games. Oh, you're wrong about everything. No, you're going to get the truth about issues that matter. You're not going to get those from Megan Rapinoe. You're going to get a victim. You're going to get a victim who is the exact opposite of a victim. She's entitled. And she's in a country, unlike many, many others, that's been, as Chico Escuela on Saturday night used to say, been very, very good to her. So, Megan, shut the living hell up, get in a tight nine with your girlfriend, and have a wonderful, wonderful life.